Good morning. My name is Mammen. I'm an ordained pastor and president of the Values Advocacy Council. Jesus' politicians, his representatives, his senators passed a law saying it was illegal to heal on the Sabbath. And Jesus said, I will still heal on the Sabbath. And he did. For the last 2,000 years, the church has been the driving force behind the changing of thousands of laws. Laws that no non-believer had ever thought to change. We banned child prostitution, widow burning. We stopped the superstitious killing of twins and temple prostitution. We banned gladiatorial combat, slavery, and the abandonment of children and elders. The church has long stepped in to be the conscience of government. Yet, it did not limit itself to the changing of laws. When the plagues would come to ancient Rome, all the Romans would flee the cities. Then the Christians would come out of the woodwork to gather the dying, the poor, the broken into their homes and into their churches. When the slave hunters hunted escaped slaves, the churches of the North would open up their doors to give them shelter and a hiding place against the laws. When wars broke nations apart, churches were the safe havens for where doctors could bring the wounded and dying to be tended to. We created the first charities, the first hospitals, and the first orphanages. Humans are made for touching. They need hugs. They need a shoulder. And they need someone to look them in the eye and say, "Are you okay?" A Zoom call or a 6-foot distance will not reveal a hidden secret, an abused child, an abused spouse, or a deep depression that is leading to suicide. Studies have shown that each average small church saves the city between $140,000 to $300,000 a year by counseling, youth groups, support groups, feeding programs, mothers groups, and men's groups. I know you wish to save lives, but it's not working. Since the COVID shutdown and the church closures, calls to the hotline in LA have increased by 8,000%. 25% of young adults have seriously considered suicide in the past month. Suicide and drug overdoses, deaths in teens are now far greater than COVID deaths. Active duty military suicides are up 20%. Army suicides are up 30%. There is a 20% increase in substance abuse and a 41% increase in heavy alcohol use by women. Domestic violence reporting has gone down, but domestic violence injuries have gone up by 200%. The county of Santa Clara refuses to release their suicide rates. They refuse to release the suicide statistics. Everyone hearing this, please call the county over and over again and ask them for the suicide statistics for this county. Ask them until they block you like they blocked this church when they asked for that. And yet, you want to close this church down. You want to jail this minister, and you want to let the suicide rates continue. Let me tell you, supervisors, every Christian in this county who understands the role of the church will be watching and holding you responsible when the tally comes out, and it will be terrible. The health director is appointed by the supervisors. You are responsible. If the supervisors of Santa Clara really care about lives, if the health department really cares about lives, if Governor Newsom really cares about lives, they will let the most powerful agent of life do what they have always done: minister to the poor, minister to the suffering, minister to the sick, and minister to the lonely. If you care about life, open up our churches. Thank you.